So, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a thing. You all know Sonic at this point. The blue boy with the dope-ass shoes who just doesn't even give a fuck. Look, he just waves his finger at you all day.
Sonic, are you alright?
The original Sonic is as bare bones of a side-scroller as it gets. It's literally just movement physics and level design. And when you take that basic setup and add in the ability to go really fast, you get something that just changed everything. I'm not gonna go over the history of Sonic or Sega because, you know, the internet's a thing and has been for a long time. Just fucking Google it. I'm not going to talk about it because it's not really the point of this video. I just want to talk about different gameplay aspects that got carried over or didn't. I don't know, I'm kind of just writing this as I go along. And you'll probably be able to tell because it's lazily written and incoherent and dumb. But fuck it, let's just do this.
That's no good.
Since running fast is clearly the most interesting part about this game, all the levels were designed with that in mind. For the most part, all the obstacles are big, bright, and colorful so you can see them when moving really fast. If you can manage to keep your speed up, you can usually get to hard to reach places where you'll be able to find bonus items or even an easier route to the end of the level. Getting a little cherry on your sundae for being skilled? What a concept! These splitting paths added depth to every level, made every level feel bigger, instead of just, hey, run to the right. Wait a minute, isn't this the course principle of speedrunning? Optimizing levels using nothing but skill and knowledge? Wow! In an era flooded with side-scrolling games, Sonic today still stands out. When it came to make sequels, they only focused on what would make these aspects stronger. Like spin dashing! Spin dashing adds an instant boost from a standing position, cutting out a lot of the sluggishness of the first when you gotta slowly build up speed and oh no, there's a hoop there. It makes the game feel faster and just flow better in general. The other change they added was your little tag-along buddy Tails. This adds a little bit of a story and world to a game where you're just kind of beating a bad guy because he's doing a thing. I don't know, it's neat to have a little interaction from someone else other than the big fat man. It kind of worked out for a little bit before it just got really out of hand. But don't worry, we'll get there. With the next few games they added even more stuff to expand the story and gameplay. You know, like a good sequel should do? Who would have thought it? So cool, after 4 main title games and a few games here and there, they finally delved into the new modern world of gaming, the 3D world, and will now forever be known as Modern Sonic. Sonic Adventure brought the world of Sonic into the 3rd dimension, both in graphics and in story. Wow, really? I fucking wrote that? That was cancer. I should just go kill myself. The story grew more from just being, hey, see the bad guy? Go get him, because he's doing a thing. And that's bad. I mean, there was always a story in Sonic, but they were more rooted in themes like nature versus machine. Industrial shit's bad, bro. In Sonic Adventure, there's a little more going on under the hood. Each of the characters have their own motivations and goals and different interactions and relationships with each other. Each of the characters bring a different side to a long-form story that you as a player have to piece together. This seems like a very natural progression for Sonic. Even back in the day, while it was still more based off gameplay like Mario was, Sonic at least had a personality, much more than Mario. Look at you, Mario.
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
You the boss.
Hey, Luigi.
Mamma mia, mangerio che deve essere.
Now you can argue whether this personality was good or bad. It was at least a personality that you can make a story off of, which is why Sonic survived better in other media than most other video game characters. Fight me on this. Sonic had this neat looking world he lived in and a bunch of characters to interact with. So what's the story going to be about? Well, the original Sonic had these magic super gems that did shit, so let's use those. Why not? So now we got these magic glowing rocks. The good guys and the bad guys want to get them faster than the other. Simple setup, but it works. Throw in an ancient super monster that's gonna end the world and bada boom, you got a fucking game. Slap a sticker on it. Fucking sell it, I don't know. So run around this big fucking open world and play the stages so you can find these magic rocks. In the original Sonic game, once you beat a level, you just kind of teleport to the next level. Gotta keep it moving. Speed is everything.
You think it's smart to climb in a dryer? You're really all wet.
Thank you, Sonic, I will.
In Sonic Adventure, you got a hub world, and you can run around and go into the stages, and the stages play very differently than that. Not control-wise. I mean, it's kind of weird. In the main stages, the point is to go forward and get to the end. In the adventure stage, the point is to find the main stage. Or maybe a key. That's fun. It's kind of neat, I guess. And finding stuff would be stupid in the main stages because you're supposed to go fast. Hey, that's a good segue to talking about the gameplay. Let's talk about the gameplay, because no one's done that before. Hey kids, do you like running on a track? Well, that's good. But yeah, really, there's not much of a reason to look around and explore, other than the odd cinematic time where it's like, wow, oh my god, look at the big whale splashing and destroying the bridge and the big rock snake thing, oh my god! Just push A in all the right places and don't get hit and you're pretty much good to go. Wow, that sounds pretty boring, a pretty shallow game. Yes, it is, but luckily they added other characters with different playstyles to spice things up a bit. There's usually a big point of contention, and I'm not blind to why people don't like it, but I don't know, I didn't mind it. Sue me. We have a 3D environment now, so there's a lot more options than just run forward really fast. Tails plays like a race using specific segments from Sonic levels with the ability to fly. Makes you look at these stages differently and utilize shortcuts that you wouldn't have thought of because you couldn't fly. Knuckles utilizes the 3D environment more, making it like a treasure hunt. A lot of people really hate this segment and, yeah, I can see why. Kinda. The pace is much slower due to the items being random and you having to fly around like an idiot looking for them. I don't know, it's a different type of game, I guess. I don't know. The only other problem with this is it utilizes other levels, much like Tails, but the items just kind of feel like they're randomly placed within it. For Gamma, they made a shooter. Interesting choice. It's mostly consisting of boss battles with a short run and gun segment before it. It's alright, I guess. It's fine. Who cares? The biggest missed opportunity for this game was Amy's levels. Yes, I'm serious. Stick with me. You move around the 3D spaces quickly, but not frustratingly, and you get to hit enemies with a hammer. Well, sounds pretty fun to me. Now imagine if the Sonic stages were like that. Wouldn't that be fun? The reason I say this is such a missed opportunity because it feels like this was an afterthought in the game. Which it probably was, to be honest. The levels are very short and empty and repeat a lot. The goals are exactly the same, the way you beat enemies are the same. This could be a really fun, cool part of the game. But it's not. I mean, it's alright. And that's every part of the game. There's nothing else to really do other than the final boss. Wait. Oh, what's that? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Yeah, Big the Cat is a fucking joke, and his part of the game is hated by mostly everyone. It feels like busy work, like an optional mini-game that you play in another game. Like the fishing in Ocarina of Time. Oh wait, it fucking is the fishing in Ocarina of Time! Except with that one's optional, not something you had to do to get to the end of the game. Oh yeah, the end of the game. Once you beat everyone else's story, you open up the last story, which is Sonic finding the 7 Dragon Balls and turning Super Saiyan, and then he fights a giant water dragon. It's a nice bookend to the story. The boss is pretty easy, I guess. It's fine, whatever. Holy shit, this is taking a long fucking time, and I haven't even made a point yet. Fuck.
Oh yeah! This is happening!
Sonic Adventure 2 took the ideas that didn't work and threw them out, while improving on the ones that did work. The overworld is now gone in favor of a more traditional Sonic approach of just warping you to the next level. If you want to replay them, boom, stage select screen, so you can experience our more linear story. In Sonic Adventure 1, you had to play through 6 different stories and kind of piece them together to get the whole picture. Most of them didn't even matter. In Sonic Adventure 2, you just play through the good side and bad side, and then at the end they come together into the ending, or last side. I don't know. God, I just realized I say I don't know a lot. Is that a good thing? The story feels a lot more focused when you can absorb it from just 2 different sides, instead of 6. The characters seem to matter a lot more and have a lot more weight to them. In the last level of the game, they have to come together and use their individual skills to beat the final boss, instead of just, hey Sonic, there's the bad guy, go get him. The power of friendship will save us. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention 10 out of 10 voice acting, just fucking great, put it on a record.
Go Sonic! Yeah, Sonic! Sonic!
Everyone's involvement with the story actually matters. There's no character that's just like, hey boy, you wanna go fishing? Everything just kind of hits harder when it's more focused. Now, I'm not saying fragmented stories are bad, it's just, fuck you, I don't need to explain myself. Look how much better this giant lizard is than the other one. That one fucking sucks. Giant lizards. With the story becoming more focused, the gameplay became more focused. There's no more weird experimental stuff anymore. Now it's down to 3 gameplay styles: running, shooting, treasure hunting. And since there's only 3, they can put all the time they need to into developing these. Since flying around and climbing was the most interesting thing in the treasure hunting stages, all the stages are built around it. Instead of reusing old stages, they built these stages from the ground up with these characters in mind and this gameplay in mind. For the shooting stages, they're much more focused on platforming and linking shots together to make combos. Are they really combos? Well, not really. It's pretty slow moving and the beeping can get annoying, so it's up to personal taste, I guess. Hey, instead of playing a slow-ass fat cat, all the weird experimental shit is now in minigames, like kart racing, and 2-player mode, and the fucking chows. I'm not gonna talk about the chows. It's not what this is about. Fuck you.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready?
Oh no!
Now that all that shit's out of the way, we can focus on our main boy, old Sonic here. On the surface, it didn't look like they changed too much. You still run on a track, it's very fast, sometimes it's really clunky. Yeah. But the stuff they added really changes how we view these stages. Sonic Adventure 2 added grinding, which opens up a lot of neat things that you wouldn't normally think of. You can go in different paths, or sometimes give you a speed boost to blow through a different part of the level, or find some bonus item. A reward for skill, if you will. In Sonic Adventure 1, you look around the overworld for these items that help you within your action stage, like the Lightspeed shoes, which are slow as fucking hell. Now they're found within the levels, which incentivizes you to look around and take in the level, instead of just blowing through it. And hey, even if you like blowing through levels, these items help you do it better. The Lightspeed shoes now is just a button press instead of a slow charge, and yeah, you're still going, oh wow, look at that. And you don't need a bullshit item to speed that up. You just push a button and boom, you're gone. You don't have to stop your forward momentum, you can do it within running. It helps, it's good. That's just one example. All the items you get, except for the Mystic Melody, that one sucks. They all improve your movement options and they're fun to use, and it's fun to go back into stages just to try and beat it faster. I mean, beating stages fast is fun, but there's no real incentive to do it in Sonic Adventure 1 other than it's fun, which is an incentive, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you that. But how can we make it a better incentive to get good at this game?
B is for bad!
This reward system is what made everyone want to get good at this game. It made you learn the ins and out of every level you wanted to A rank, and there was multiple ways to play. There was time attacks, hard modes, even looking for a certain thing. That one kinda sucks. It's alright, I guess. It's still in the theme of mastering the level and knowing everything about it. If you manage to get every A rank in the game, it rewards you with a 3D remake of Green Hill Zone. Now this may not seem like a big deal because Green Hill Zone's been remade 1,000 times, but this was the first time it's ever been done. It was a big deal at the time. It felt like a good reward for all that work. And trust me, it was a lot of work. Did I have a point to all this? I just mostly wanted to talk about how I saw the transition in Sonic between 2D and 3D. It's neat to see all the ideas they laid out in Sonic Adventure 1 and how they were improved in Sonic Adventure 2. It's a cool evolution, and it was nice to see them learn from mistakes that they made in the past. Unfortunately, Sonic's a complete shit show now. It feels like they don't know what they're doing anymore. They hold on to weird ideas that didn't work and bring in new ones that are just fucking weird. Honestly, looking back at them, the Sonic Adventure games seem a lot more focused now than what they're doing, even if some of the things in them are bad.
No, Froggy.